There's a lot of talk about electrification and EVs, but what might be holding back this new sector is the lack of affordable vehicles. Well, Tata Motors has been the champion in the EV sector, and with vehicles like the Tigor, the Nexon and now the Tiago, affordability has become their forte. But is that the only USP the Tiago EV has? Well, that is exactly what we're going to find out, and we let you know why you should buy the Tiago EV. Well, welcome to Express Drives, and I'm Maroop, and let's get down to what the Tiago EV is all about. As you can see, we are sitting behind the steering wheel of the Tiago EV. You see the dashboard, and the dual tone dashboard does stand out. It's very well designed, solid built. Yes, it is solid plastic, but then the durability factor comes in, so that is pretty impressive. Then the Tiago EV comes standard with fully automatic climate control. So it's a digital climate control, very helpful right there. The 7-inch infotainment is very easy to use. The touch response isn't too bad either. And of course, it comes with all your standard connectivity options like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. But what is a segment first feature is the Z Connect, or rather connected features, and that is over around 45 features it offers. So that is pretty impressive. A couple of basic things we'll just touch upon, like it gives a report card on the way you drive, what is the average range of the car, and also it highlights a bit on safety, like are you wearing the seat belt on a regular basis, what speed are you driving on when you enter and exit corners. So things that will help you if you are interested in it. So that analytics is there. Apart from that, it is very spacious in front. The seat again is very supportive, and it's a solid built car. So the EV retains all the pluses and all the strengths of its petrol avatar. Practicality is the name of the game for an affordable hatchback, and it's the same for the Tiago EV. So come take a look at the boot space. It offers 240 liters. That's actually 2 liters less than its petrol version. Now, how Tata has managed to retain the space? Well, we'll show it to you. The battery is tucked in right here, and so you can see there is no spare wheel. It comes with a puncture kit, and this of course is your charging cord. So this is how they have managed to keep the boot space fairly spacious. Now we'll talk about the rear space. Come, let's find out. So the rear space is also a very spacious place to be. You can see there is fairly decent leg room, and of course the Tiago petrol also had a very decent headroom, so the EV retains that. But what is interesting and what we like to highlight is the battery is under the seat and in the boot space. So you can see the knee to floor space is very comfortable. It's not, like as if it's in a very straight or a high knee position. So it's in a comfortable position. You can slide your feet underneath the front seat, and you sit in a very natural position. That is something that is very important. And on top of that, the seats are fairly comfortable, fairly supportive. You can have 3 adults sitting here, but this is an affordable hatchback, so you got to keep in mind that factor, because it does not come with any charging ports or nothing of that sort. At best, you just have a place for a storage space at best, and that's it. But it does the trick, and again, practicality, it again scores high marks. So before we start driving the car, we'll just quickly get through the specs, and I'm going to use my phone to ensure that I get all the figures right. Now it is powered by either a 19.2 kilowatt hour battery or the 24 kilowatt hour battery. We are driving the 24 kilowatt per hour battery, so I'm just going to quickly get you the specs of this version. Now it has a total output of 74 bhp and 114 nm of torque, which is very much similar to your petrol hatchbacks in this segment. According to Tata, it has a range of 315 kilometers, but in real world traffic it should be around 240 or 250 kilometers. And terms of charging, again we're just sticking to the 24 kilowatt hour battery because that's the one we are driving. So if you charge via a 15A plug point, which is your regular plug point at home, and if you charge also via the AC home box charger, both take around 8.7 hours. So it's basically an overnight charging time. If you take the AC fast charger, then it charges from 10% to 100% in just 3.6 hours. And if you take the DC fast charger, then from 10% to 80%, it charges in 58 minutes. So pretty fast charging options right there. And as you have multiple options, you really can't go wrong. And Tata has put a lot more effort in ensuring that it drives away range anxiety. So finally, we are driving the Tiago EV, and as we've already mentioned, the power output and the motor itself. So we're not going to get into the figures. We're just going to talk about the driving experience because that is what matters in the end. And the good thing about this vehicle is it comes with two driving modes. It comes with the normal mode, which is your daily commute. It is sorted, it has enough power. We actually are driving in the winding roads of Goa, so we'll tell you a bit about the ride quality as well. And we did come across some inclines, and in the normal driving mode there were absolutely no issues, no hiccups at all. It didn't huff and puff for any sort of power at all. So the initial acceleration is extremely smooth, and the only thing more you can hear is maybe the outside road noise or the AC fan. Otherwise, it's a very, very quiet cabin, and it has a very linear sort of acceleration. So, for somebody from a petrol hatchback and now opting for an EV one, it is a very smooth transition. They won't be overwhelmed at all. So you just step on it, it quickly picks up pace, but it doesn't throw you back in the seat like usual EVs. So right now we're gonna go over some bumps, yeah, and you can see that it neutralizes the bumps. Now the normal driving mode is, as we mentioned earlier, it is great for your city commute. It has more than enough power even to overtake on highways, so we did that as well. But if you change the drive mode to S, and that is sport, of course, there is a sudden um, energy that you feel from the motor. It's just a lot more pacier, and it just picks up pace. And again, you got to slow down because there are some more bumps on the road, but there is a significant difference. And just to keep you updated on how the range also falls, there is an average of 10 kilometers range difference between normal and sport. But see, you just step on it and it really picks up pace. Again, in a very, very controlled manner. So it's not like, goes wild and crazy or anything. So these are the two modes. The Tiago EV also offers three regen modes. The first mode is extremely mild, not at all intrusive. The second, yes, it becomes a little bit more stronger. And third, of course, is the most effective one of them all. But it feels all natural, it doesn't affect your driving style. So it is actually very complementary to the way you drive. Now, moving on to the ride and handling quality, we know that Tata cars are well built in that ways and they tackle potholes and bad roads in India, and the Tiago EV continues to do that. So apart from its attractive price, we believe that the ride quality is its USP. It is just something that rear passengers will definitely appreciate it. So now we are finally down to the question that we asked before. Is it worth buying the Tiago EV? And the answer is yes, it is, because it is practical, it is spacious from the inside, it offers very decent boot space, it drives well as well, and it has a range of around 240 to 250 kilometers, which is fairly average, but again decent for commuting in the city. But the USP, we believe, apart from of course its affordability part, is the way the ride quality is. It just goes over bumps, it goes over deep potholes. We drove on bad roads. The ride quality is just one of the best in the segment. Now, coming to the affordability part, it starts from 8.5, around that much, 8.5 lakhs, and goes on till around 11.80 lakhs ex-showroom, of course. And this is the top of the line model, so it is on the higher side. But again, there's no other EV in this price bracket. So if you're in the market for an affordable EV, we suggest you go to the latest Tata dealer and take a quick drive. Also, we have not spoken about the exterior of this vehicle because we've already done a walk around. So please do check out that story. And if you have not subscribed our channel, please do so. And do let us know what you think of the Tiago EV.